you're an artist or illustrator still trying to find your style, like it's hidden under a rock or it's some lost treasure waiting to be discovered, I've got some good news for you. That's not how it works. Style isn't something you find one fine day. It's something you build slowly over time, and often without even realising it. Welcome to The Shed. I'm Shane Edmonston, a freelance illustrator and book cover designer. This is where I do most of my work, down here at a log cabin at the end of my garden. So let's get into it. I think many of us creatives put a lot of pressure on ourselves to figure out our style before we feel legit. I know I have. Like, we can't even call ourselves artists or start sharing our work until we've nailed this magical, unique look. But the truth is, your style isn't a final destination. It's a side effect of just doing the work. The more you paint, draw, design, sculpt, whatever it is you do, the more patterns emerge. Happy accidents, ideas you didn't plan, mistakes. We need to stop worrying about them, because that's where the growth happens, right? Ask anyone who's trained Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu for any length of time. When sparring, especially in the beginning, all you do is make mistakes. Stick your arms out, you get arm barred. Don't defend your neck, strangled. Give your back, rear naked choke. But your brain starts to rewire so that it tries to not make the same mistakes. In BJJ, you just end up making new ones, and so on. All right, art isn't martial arts, but the point being, if you mess up as you're making something, good, you're growing. So don't sweat the little failures. Fail often, as they say. Experiment. That's how your style keeps showing up. It's how you keep changing. Sometimes the scariest part about painting is in the beginning, when the blank canvas is staring at you and you're too concerned about putting a mark down in case you mess it up. Forget that. Just get stuck in. Especially if you're a digital painter, you've got nothing to lose. So a bit about my own path. I studied illustration at uni, and yeah, it taught me how to think about concepts and visual problem solving, but I still couldn't nail my style back then. I looked around at my classmates and they were like tearing things up and sticking stuff down, and collage, acrylics, screen printing, and just being really bold with it. And I was stuck, like still on pencil and paper and maybe a bit of ink, and wanting everything to just be right. But the truth is, I was getting in my own way. I was putting too much pressure on myself, waiting for something original to just miraculously happen. I got through uni, came out relatively unscathed, but it wasn't until way after I'd left that I treated myself to an iPad. Started messing around in Procreate and something clicked. I was still a long way from painting anything I was like remotely proud of, but something had shifted and I was having fun again. Hand on my heart, I've learned more about style from like YouTube tutorials and just making my own work than I did while studying a degree. I followed artists I admired, I tried out their brushes, I mimicked their own styles, and eventually I noticed recurring themes. If you're an illustrator and a cover designer like me, you might be wondering, well, how does your style fit into fulfilling a brief? But sometimes you just have to adapt, like depending on the genre of the book. Like, you don't want to turn the work down if you can help it, so you might have to stretch yourself and step outside your comfort zone. Bend to the requirements of the brief. You never know, you might find something that resonates with you, and when you do, then that might find its way into your overall style as you develop, as you continue. Because of course, style isn't about being original from day one. It's just about repetition, consistency, just showing up, and yeah, of course, making mistakes. I want to share a few tips if I can, but before I do, if you feel like supporting this channel, there's a link in the description. You can literally buy me a coffee. I'd really appreciate it. So moving on, if I can offer a few tips. Tip 1, make a lot of work. Nothing speeds things up like volume. Keep creating, even when it feels rough or maybe like you're going against the grain. But keep pushing if you can, although don't beat yourself up for getting things wrong. There is no wrong. Tip 2, try on other styles, but don't stay there for too long. Study artists that you love, pause their videos, rewind them, break it down into bite-sized pieces and see if you can create your own version of what you love about what they do. For me, I love how oil painter Alpe, hope I've pronounced his surname right, how he leaves streaks and he destroys parts of his work. It's bold, man. Or how Nikolai Kurtzen uses light and atmosphere. He's like an absolute master at it. Find what you connect with, take what resonates and try things out. Tip 3, look for patterns in your own work. Go back through your art, look for repeated shapes, colours, textures, moods. Maybe that's your style slowly seeping through, and there's no rush, remember. Tip 4, let it evolve. You're not stuck with one look forever. You're meant to grow. If I'm painting exactly the same way I do now in 10 years, maybe something's not right. I want to keep growing. If I could tell my younger, only slightly more stupid, creative self one thing, it'd be, don't try to look unique straight off the bat. Let your influences creep in, follow curiosity, your style will emerge. And please don't wait to look finished before you share your work. Just make and share. You're learning out loud, and that's brave, so full props to you. So if you're still stressing about not having a style yet, just take a breath, don't sweat it. Your style is already forming, it just needs time and repetition. If there's one thing I want you to take away, don't overthink it, just show up and put the work in. Let me know in the comments what's one thing you've noticed that keeps appearing in your work even when you're not really trying. That might just be your style speaking up. And if this helped, hit subscribe. I've got loads more videos coming on creativity, working on the iPad, book cover design, and the messy truth about building a life as an illustrator. And if you're struggling with your style or you want a second set of eyes on your work, that's exactly what I cover in my coaching sessions. You can book a free discovery call, links in the description. No pressure at all, just a relaxed chat to see if I can help. See you next time, and by the way, here's a review of Rock Paper Pencil from AstroPad. Worth checking out if you paint digitally like me. Thanks for your time, see you soon.